There's the website. It's hrtwam.com. This is something he has started down in Costa Rica. And you can peruse that. You can elaborate a little bit and tell him a little bit about the...
Well, I just saw a need for, actually I didn't see the need, the Father saw the need and he laid it on me to work on that. And I just saw a need in the Messianic community, the Hebrew roots communities, for people to have a way to do missions work, which basically doesn't occur very much. And I also, from being exposed to missionaries in Costa Rica, I realized that most Christian mission groups would not be satisfactory for someone who was a believer in the Bible and what it says, because what missions work is about is loving your neighbor as yourself. It's not about converting people to be Catholics or converting them to be Lutherans or converting them to be Baptists. It's about loving your neighbor as yourself. And so I started a teen missions training camp. So we get teenagers down there in January and we train them what missions work is all about, what the focus should be, and I've tried to put that into practice in my own life with my chocolate and the indigenous people. That's my main mission in work, but that's not what the camp is about. The camp is about training young people to be able to go out in the world and they don't have to go to Africa. They just can stay right at home and do missions work right in their community. And so that's what the camp is all about. We've been running it for 9 years. We've had a lot of success with the teens that have gone through the camp. We've changed a lot of lives and a lot of outlooks. The camp is open to teens 15 through 19, and we do fudge on the ages somewhat. If we see that we get a 14-year-old that has a mature mind and is really interested in missions work, we're not going to say you can't come. And so we've been able to do this. Last year we had 20 teens. We had 10 teens from Central America who are Spanish-speaking kids. And we had 10 teens from America. Actually, some of them were from Canada and who are English-speaking kids. So, well, that's one of the things that really helps the kids out a lot, is just being able to be cross-cultural at the camp. And Costa Rican teens have a tendency to have a slave mentality, and American teens have a tendency to think pretty highly of themselves, which isn't necessarily a bad thing if you're focused in the right direction. So it's very interesting to see all of these kids get together for 10 days, and we do 4 trips during the missions camp. One is up to the indigenous tribes where we take food bags, and this is one example I use to show the kids that taking food bags is wonderful and it helps people out for a week, but it doesn't solve any problems. And we do a lot of Messianic praise and worship dancing up there for the indigenous people, and we talk to them about life and, you know, how they can have a better life by following the commandments. Mm-hmm. We are not doctrinally specific in any way at the camp, so your kid's not going to come home thinking the earth is flat, or that, you know, you need to observe the holy days on a particular calendar or anything like that. That's not what the camp is about. We have also had kids there who are not Messianic. Last year we had a Jehovah's Witness and a couple Catholic kids. They came from the orphanage. And so this was a great opportunity for the Sabbath keeping kids and all of the other ones to set the example and show the way. And so that's basically what the camp is about. We do spend a day at the orphanage in Limon. There's about 100 children in the orphanage. And so we go there and we play with the kids. They love to play soccer with the gringos because they can beat them. And we also do praise and worship music with them and dancing. We get the kids dancing the circle dance, especially the little ones. They have just a real good time. Then we spend a day at an old folks home up in the mountains. The first time we went there was the first time they had a visitor in a year. So this old folks home has 30 to 40 seniors in it, and they don't ever get visitors. It's way up in the mountains in the indigenous land, and so that's a real opportunity for the campers. It's very awkward for teenagers to go to an old folks home. When someone's sitting in a wheelchair leaning over drooling, it's hard to relate. It's hard for a teenager to relate to that. But after we spend a day there, they're getting it. And we do a lot of weird little things there, like we take Bibles and pass them out, and then we realized, oh, these people can't read these Bibles because they don't have any glasses, and most of them are elderly, so they can't see that well. So we started a project collecting glasses. So we take the glasses up there and we sit them down, and we fit them to the best we can with a set of glasses. Then they open the Bible and they go, oh, I can see this. So that's pretty exciting for them. And then we do an economic trip where we go to a business that follows Torah principles, and we teach the kids about running a business based on Torah principles, and how to treat your employees, how to treat your people you buy things from, and how to treat the people you sell things to. And we do that also. And then we try to incorporate a trip to a company that absolutely doesn't follow Torah principles, which is usually Chiquita Banana.
Banana plantations, yeah.
And it's pretty sad when you go there. The guy at Chiquita doesn't want us to ever come back again.
He doesn't like the idea that you're exposing the planes are flying over, spraying the bananas and the workers.
He doesn't like the idea that we are teaching the kids how not to do business by using Chiquita as an example. So,
yeah.
So we have a great time there. We have a 30-passenger Toyota bus, which we were able to finally purchase. So everybody gets to ride around together. We pick the kids up at the airport, and we drop them back off at the airport. They're never unescorted in Costa Rica. So if you know of any teens that would be interested in that, have them go to the website and fill out an application. The camp is free for the teens. We invite parents to come if they wish, and the parents' cost is about $650 a person. That includes all of your lodging, food, and transportation for the 10 days.
And the airfare, they're on their own.
The airfare, you're on your own, except we have had people donate money toward airfares. And some people have been very generous about that, and we are able to help some of the less well-off kids with airfares, or at least part of their airfare, and then maybe they can go GoFundMe or go work or whatever, and work and get the rest.
Cool. So
that's all I have to say about that.